Hi, my name is Dr. Brady Wyrick, and I'm East Idaho's only board-certified chiropractic neurologist. And what I want to talk to you about today is shoulder problems, including chronic shoulder pain, frozen shoulder syndrome. I want to talk about bursitis, tendon inflammation, bone-on-bone arthritic changes within the shoulder. I want to talk to you about what makes it possible for us to say if we don't see progress in 2 visits, then we can't accept you for care. The things that I want to talk to you about are, number one, I want to talk about the neurological examination. What we do when we take these cases is we'll sit down together, we'll go over your history, and then we're going to do a functional neurological exam. A lot of these shoulder cases that we've been successful with, it's not so much a problem within the joint, but it's the brain not communicating with the joint properly. The exam is going to help us to figure that out. What happens is when that communication is not being made, you actually have muscles of the shoulder that get too weak, and you have other muscles that get too short. The combination of those 2 things causes abnormal joint biomechanics, and that makes the joint itself more susceptible to injury and more susceptible to arthritic changes. So if that's happening, we need to get that taken care of if we're going to see improvement in that shoulder joint. Now, the first thing that we use to get that improvement is called Genex. Genex is a non-surgical treatment system that we use to reestablish the communication between the brain and the nerves itself. Now, Genex is a way of getting the weak muscles to get strong and getting the short muscles to get longer again. And what this does is that, number one, it reduces your pain, but it also improves your range of motion. So when you come into the office and I have you raise your hands above your head and you start like this, within those first visits we can usually see improvement up to like this without having pain. Those are the types of things we look for. We use Genex to do that. The second thing we like to use is called pulsed electromagnetic field therapy, or PEMF. PEMF is like an MRI. It uses a magnetic field, but with an MRI they use a magnetic field to get your electrons of your cells to stand up on end, and that allows them to capture an image of whatever's happening inside of your body. With PEMF, they pulse that signal, so it's going through your body at a very set frequency. And what they have found is that by doing that, you can actually recharge the cellular batteries. When they have more energy, they heal quicker. But the bottom line is, what that does for you is it reduces your pain levels, and it also allows that tissue to heal quicker, even if it's a bone-on-bone type of situation. Now, the third thing we use is called the MR4 laser. The MR4 laser uses several different frequencies of laser within the cold spectrum. In other words, you can't feel it. But what it does is it actually stimulates the cells of wherever we shine this thing to actually produce more energy. When the cell has more energy, it gets more blood flow. And that increased blood flow will actually take toxins away, bring nutrients in, reducing inflammation, getting rid of pain, and improving blood flow so the tissue can actually heal quicker. We also may use decompression therapy. Now, decompression therapy will be looking more at the cervical spine, because all of those nerves coming down into your shoulder are all going to come right here from your neck down into the shoulder itself. And if your neck has arthritic changes that are causing the joints to just smash themselves together, that's going to put abnormal pressure on the nerves, again changing that biomechanics. So if you do everything else, you leave that particular part alone, you may not get the full result. Now, those are the 5 things, that we typically use. There may be others depending on, it is a case to case, depending on each case, because this is different from case to case. So what you need to do is, if you have these conditions, if you'll call my office, we'll sit down together, and if we don't see improvement within the first 2 visits that we actually treat you, we will not accept your case, period. I've explained how we do that, and I hope to see you in the office very, very soon. Thank you, appreciate your time, and we'll see you soon.